source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, and welcome to the Heroes Reborn After Show here at AFTERBUZZ TV. This is Season 1, Episode 10, 11:53 to Odessa. I lost my yoga-esque.
What is that, something to Yuma?
Well, yeah,
like
that's
310
to Yuma. It's the play 11:53 to Odessa. Yeah, I would imagine that would be the
bus schedule.
That would be the bus schedule.
But they had it written like a time.
Yeah. I'm imagining that's a bus schedule.
Yeah, I got you.
But
it was the bus number too.
We're getting off track this fast.
I'm sorry. Go for it. I'm
all
sorry.
about it. I'm your host, Steve Kaufmann. You can find me at Steve Kaufmann. That is Kaufmann, and I'm far from alone. I told you guys last week we were going to have a very special guest.
Very special, and it's not me, guys. Sorry.
And we delivered. He plays Ren on the show. It's Toru Uchikado. Did I screw it up just in the...
You got it right before, but you...
And then I screwed it up when it mattered.
My name is Toru Uchikado.
Uchikado. So sorry.
Uchikado.
Yep.
Did I do it right?
You got it.
I got it.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
and then to his right, we have, as always, Khaliel Abooboo.
Yeah, well... All right.
And then you could tell people where to find you on Twitter.
Where can they find me, Steve Kaufmann?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
They can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Khaliel Abooboo.
There it is.
Can I pronounce your name?
Go for it.
It's really hard for Japanese people.
Okay.
Khaliel Abooboo? Booboo?
Almost.
Pretty close. Okay. Khaliel Abooboo.
Close enough.
And then to my left.
Hello, everyone. I'm Marisa Serafini. You can follow me on Twitter at SeraphiniTV. Short and sweet.
So, I figured since we have you, we should start with just questions. Mainly, is Claire alive?
What?
He can't.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the joke. I'm sorry.
No, that's my joke when we have guests here. It's like, no worries, it's going to be a wonderful, just straightforward conversation where we hound you for spoilers.
Yeah, basically.
I'm kidding. We're not
nervous.
We're not going to do that.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
So, how did this role come into your life?
It's my life pretty much changed, I think. I moved to the States 4 years ago, and this show, the original show, was really big in Japan. And I remember when I was in high school, Masaoka, who is playing Hiro Nakamura, he was in Japan, doing promotion on Japanese TV show, and I was watching those, and I remember it was huge in Japan too. And back then, I never imagined I would be a part of it. So it's been great.
Yeah. What was the audition process like?
Audition process, it was pretty like normal auditions, and I just had 2 auditions, and they took me.
Nice.
There you go.
Yep.
Sometimes that.
He made it sound so easy. Like, I just showed up and they were like, you're perfect.
Kiki, who's playing Miko Otomo, she had like really interesting story about that audition. She only had like, one audition, and she just, I guess, nailed it. But like for me, it took some time, but I just had regular 2 auditions, and that was it.
That's really cool.
Very cool.
Trying to think.
If only my life worked that way.
Well, a lot of things. So you were in Japan when Heroes was first big, and you said you moved out here a few years ago. What was your process of like moving out here and like getting into the American culture?
I was born in New Jersey, which I don't remember anything, because when I was a baby, my parents went back to Japan, and I spent my whole life in Japan. But when I was 19 or 20, I was in college, and I went to St. Louis, Missouri, to study English and business. And since I didn't speak like much English 5 years ago, I had trouble understanding what professor was saying basically. And instead of taking business classes, I took acting classes because it doesn't require a lot of reading. And that was the start, and I really liked that acting class, and I was always interested. So I went back to Japan to finish my degree, and I moved to LA 4 years ago. And I've been auditioning, mainly like doing commercial, and I was working at sushi restaurants for 4 years, and I finally found this big opportunity.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And your English is pretty,
Getting better.
I got people I grew up with that like you speak better English than them. Maybe it's a southern thing, I don't know.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm trying to study Spanish too now.
There you go. And St. Louis, not that far from Carbondale, Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's from. Don't
I'm
worry
from
about it.
so I'm just putting
know where
into
it is.
geographical perspective here.
Geographical perspective, Carbondale,
It's all
Illinois.
relative. It really is.
So, speaking of your character, Ren, we run into him for the first time in probably 3 or 4 episodes.
I wasn't.
Don't correct me.
Yeah.
Or correct me if I'm wrong. I guess it might have been 2.
Yeah, 2.
Or I guess
I
the
wasn't in 7 and 8. Oh, actually, 9. I was maybe like 1 second. I was.
There
in
we
it.
go.
Yeah.
Then-
yeah. So pretty much 3 episodes, I guess.
We run into you. You're still in Carbondale. Ren is still in Carbondale, Illinois. Trying.
Oh, I forgot that was in the show.
You forgot
Keep
that.
going. Yeah.
Forgot that.
That's
Okay.
why she brought it up. Because all right, keep going.
All right. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
the segues come from this side of the table.
Sorry. So we see your character in Carbondale, Illinois.
See your character in Carbondale, Illinois. He's trying to find out where Miko went, what happened to everything, and then he sees I wrote it down.
Shogun.
A shogun.
Shogun. Yep.
A shogun, and then he follows him, and it turns out to be Otomo.
Otomo, yeah.
Otomo.
Ultimo?
Okay.
Ultimo.
Ultimo.
He's even got the
Yeah.
when he says it.
Well, I would.
You know what I mean?
And then we learn that you are important to Ren is important to the story, and you have to go into this future place that I think last week we thought it was the year 7957, but it looks like it's plus 7957. This year they say 7,957 years into the future, which mean it would be 7957 plus 2015. So it would be like the year 10,000 something.
Okay.
No,
It
there's-
wouldn't just start back at 0.
Yeah.
I actually thought for a minute that you had powers, that you were like realizing them. Like in the beginning, before we realized who it was, I thought like you were like coming into realizing like, oh, I don't know what the power would have been. I don't know if you have powers coming.
If you personally
episode.
if you personally could choose a superpower, what would it be?
I get that questions a lot. I always say, flying or like teleporting. It's kind of like cliche. So like I want to have this power where I can cook anything without any ingredients. Just like thinking about it, and there's sushi, there's hamburger.
That is an amazing power. Why have I never thought of that?
It's very.
But you create it. You don't teleport it. So
yeah,
you
like
just
without
create
ingredients. Like you just think about it, and the food is there.
I think about food all the time.
So you can materialize things.
Yeah, I'd love to have that power.
I like that.
Steve
Steve's an awesome baker. He makes amazing cookies.
Steve
wow.
does make
I'll just say that.
Steve does make awesome
This
cookies.
is one of the rare times I will
cookies.
allow
Yes,
Steve
okay.
to speak in third person because that's how good the cookies are.
Okay, I'll love to try it.
Also, I'm noticing in our chat, I do have to point it out, most people in our chat, including our co-host who couldn't be here tonight, Jonathan Meza, they're all saying the stream is down for them. So, hi chat, thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for watching it after the fact, because you're here and you want to watch this interview. I was about to ask for questions, and I'm like, well, they can't hear me as of this moment.
Oh.
But we'll get it up.
We'll get it up. We'll make it happen.
Yep.
But
Fear not.
post-mortem, you'll be listening to my voice after the fact, and we're so sorry, and thank you for hanging out.
So back to
but-
the cookies.
No.
Well, back to the
Really,
show.
like, I think my big question is, Ultimo, is he really dead or is he really alive? Because we see Ultimo in the future, too. Is that the real Ultimo? And who appeared to you, the Shogun Ultimo? Was he just a What was it? Did that
The construct or
He
yes.
did say
construct?
that. Yeah.
The question
Yeah.
of whether he's a construct or he's the man that he's always been
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this whole way through.
So it sounds like the one in the future is the real one, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, okay, good.
Well, I think the one in the future was at some point from the flashback that this is another. I want to say this has to be a timeline thing. That one of the butterflies that happened since the time travel episode, that Adamo would have otherwise been just in the past or deceased, but because of the butterflies, he's now in the future and he's working with everyone.
Okay.
Because Miko's also a butterfly. I'm pretty sure that Miko only exists in the year 10,000 because everyone went back and made changes, and then Quentin's evil and everyone. I'm sticking with that.
Okay.
That's definitely a possibility because we know so many things change. I mean, Katana Girl's in the future now. That was a big butterfly.
Yeah.
So, like, it's very possible that Otomo could be a butterfly as well. I believe it.
That's what I'm sticking with.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And
It's very fun to hear predictions.
Yeah.
Like when I know,
says.
what's the answer.
so Ren's heading to Odessa on Adamo, and Adamo is both in the past and the future. We're then going to transition to Sunstone Manor, which is, they never tell us exactly where Sunstone Manor is, but we assume somewhere
It's
between...
not a good place, though.
Somewhere
That's all
between
we-
Chicago and
It feels
Colorado.
like North Dakota.
That
It feels like that would probably be where it is. North Dakota.
if you drew a line between Chicago and Colorado, it's probably somewhere in the middle of that line.
North
But we're not
Dakota.
going to get too much into geography. We have the hero truthers, who the Haitian and Taylor, as far as I can tell, are the only names we've gotten so far. And then
Yeah.
there are three other people. One
There's
of whom's
a morph guy.
a shapeshifter, a morph guy, and then
We don't know what the other people
everybody
do.
else is out on the hill watching. Taylor heads on into Sunstone Manor because the shapeshifter acts as Eric, disguises as Erica. I guess they didn't know Matt Parkman was a mind reader.
Mind reader, yeah.
Because that's a great
makes sense.
That's a great plan until you realize the person running Sunstone Manor
Is
is a mind reader, so they must not have had good enough intel.
I'm so disappointed with Matt Parkman. I don't know what happened to him.
I actually like him because he has his own agency now.
I don't, because it just
not
feels so
his own
forced. Like
agency, he's just running
it's like,
But
dude,
he-
that's not you. Like,
Well, no,
give
because
up the
he's
tough guy
consciously
act.
made a choice to protect himself and his own. And whether that makes him good or bad, he's still consciously made that choice. Whereas he chose to fall in line. I like evil Matt Parkman, is what I'm saying.
Tur, do you like evil Matt Parkman, or do you like him as the good Matt Parkman that we all know?
I mean, I like the original Matt Parkman.
Thank you.
As a good good guy from the
Way to
original
stick
show.
on your
but
side of the
it's
table.
exciting to see like different, version of him too.
Yeah.
Way to make them happy.
And Ren is, that's not where that is. Matt Parkman is in the room with Farah trying to get Farah to admit where Molina is. Because they need Molina and Tommy together to fix the world somehow, or they need to keep them apart. We're not sure. I think they want to put them in the machine and enslave them.
Probably, yeah.
And I love this whole scene, this whole thing with Matt.
I did too.
This whole Matt Parkman just interrogating people.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but like
I'm just not okay with the evil half of
It's
it.
the way he's going about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like, we know he's capable of being good, but it's
He
manipulating.
is good. It's just he's trying to. It's like that kid in middle school that tries to be tough to impress a girl, and it's like it's not you, dude. Like just be yourself.
I buy him as that tough guy because he's not actually a tough. Because like creeping into someone's mind and stealing their thoughts isn't that tough. So like
Yeah.
he's not actually a tough. I'm standing up for Matt Parkman in this episode. I've chosen this hill.
okay. You will die on it.
If I have to. But I like the scene. I like that he brought in Carlos. I like that we got a fully fleshed out flashback. So more than what we got last week. And he's about to figure out what happened. He's about to figure out what happened with Farah, assuming that he does. He then has to go meet fake Erica. Which, fake Erica, I like that. That's more descriptive than Black Suit Noah.
Yeah,
we had
but
to deal with that for 2 weeks.
I mean, I like the concept of having fake Erica, but if they're gonna go with it, then have a story where they actually get something out of it. And they
did.
I mean, they got into the Sunstone, but like that didn't really go far.
Yeah, like I do wish they had gotten a little more intel before they found that Parkman and the jig was up, because he's a mind reader.
Yeah.
It's
They
over.
didn't know that coming in. Yeah, exactly.
But we get Harris, and Matt reads Harris's voice saying, "Hey, you're not important." So,
Ooh, I love that.
what does that
Yeah.
gonna do to Matt? Does that change his way of thinking, his actions, whatnot, knowing that he's expendable?
Well, and
Maybe.
that's why he asked Micah, who we finally got to see Micah.
Finally.
And the first scene we get to see Micah in is Matt Parkman, who runs the whole place, asking him flat out, "Am I on this list?" And he finds out
Good
he
enough
is.
question.
He is.
Just, am I on this list? I need to know if I'm on this list. Of all the and I love how he pulled up Google for 1 second, and I thought he was going to be defiant.
Even he uses Google.
He would just pull up Google and be like, "Nope."
Nope.
Micah is so buff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he grew
Yeah.
up. Wow, it's amazing just knowing him as the little
Oh,
innocent Micah kid.
My wife and kids is what I always think about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was on that.
Haven't watched
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but this whole storyline was very good, and we're moving forward. And essentially, what happens is,
I was very happy with this
yeah,
episode.
Farrah, Carlos team up with the Hero Truthers. We'll get more of their names, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
And now they're staring down with a bunch of guards at Sunstone Manor, keeping all of that very contained.
It's a bunch of Harrises.
Yes, sorry,
It's
an
all
army of
Harrises.
Harrises.
You know who Harris reminds me of? And it didn't hit me until this episode.
Stormtroopers?
No, he reminds me of Eddie Griffin from Undercover Brother.
Okay,
Has
I would-
anybody seen that movie? Like he,
I
like,
would.
Interesting comparison.
I think I would like the Harrises.
I say more.
I think it's just the way he talks. Like
It's,
I don't
No,
remember
I see
anything
him
he
as
said,
Mr.
but yeah.
Smith. Mr. Smith.
I like how he talks. It's
I like the way he
Yeah.
talks too. Like it's
deep
very
and-
smooth and it's like
Yeah.
did not blow your mind this time. Like he
I love
has
his voice.
that.
I like that a lot too. Like if it were just an army of Sam Jacksons.
Now, you had a couple of scenes with Clay, who plays Harris and whatnot. Did you ever work a lot with him? Because it seems like your character is always in passing. But did you get to
Yeah.
work with him?
Yeah, I did get to work with him, and I'm now good friends with him. And we went to actually an NBA game recently together.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
since he has like such deep voice, sometimes I have hard time understanding him. So I had to kind of like ask him again. But yeah, he's a great actor, and I think Jake was saying that when Jake was here talking about the show, his Japanese is really good. He had
wow.
to speak a little Japanese on this show.
Yeah.
And I think he worked on it really hard, and yeah, he's a great guy.
Did you ever
won
tutor
in-
him? Did you ever tutor him with the Japanese?
I didn't have to. That's like when I saw him on set, he didn't really say anything. I was watching him act, right, and he just started speaking Japanese, and I was really surprised because he was so fluent. Yeah.
But the more important question: who won the game?
Who went?
You guys played.
Oh no! We went. What do you mean?
No, they went to
they
a
went
game.
to-
Oh, they went to that.
Clippers
Sorry,
game. Clippers game.
sorry. I thought I
Yeah.
heard that you guys
NBA?
played.
Yeah.
I heard you
NBA.
guys played video games.
Oh, like a lot of
'Cause-
cast did in
Oh, yeah.
Toronto when we were shooting. Robbie K and I played a lot of FIFA soccer.
Yeah.
And he's so good. I never beat him. Although I play a professional gamer on this show. It's sad.
It's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we have to move right along to Molina and Noah, who are leaving Odessa, Texas, to go to Colorado to try to get Tommy. And there's a giant storm in the way, and there's Luke. How did we like the storm? Because we've been
Very random.
No, it's the Midwest.
it's
That's
the
a
Midwest.
storm.
The poles are about to reverse. Like I give them that leeway. Massive storm might just be blocking a highway.
I don't think the storm was the problem. I think it was what happened after the storm was the bigger problem. Like, Molina just saved all of you, and yet you're accusing her of being an Evo who just helped you.
I like
and
that.
you want to shoot
somebody
her?
had a gun.
I know,
Huge gun.
But I like
That was
how
scary.
No, that's Midwest.
That was more scary
That's
than the
Midwest.
storm.
that's
Is
Tex-
it?
that's from Texas.
I shouldn't go to Midwest then.
Well, but I actually enjoyed that because it showed the ignorance. It showed the ignorance of what June 13th did to the did to the national argument, if you will, about Evos. That it's like, oh, she's unregistered. She did this. Where it's
Right.
like, she helped you and you don't even notice.
But at the same time, you know, it's like, okay, like, everybody wouldn't think that way. Like, they paint this picture that, like, everybody, except for the people we are invested in with the story, thinks a certain way. And it's like, it wouldn't be like that.
No, but I'm saying in the world they're presenting us, where
Yeah.
June 13th happened and was blamed on
On
Evos.
the Evos, yeah.
The-
I get it. Yeah,
the
no,
national-
it definitely would be a few. Maybe even majority.
No, the national opinion would be Evos are bad and need to be registered. And like, I think that's the scary part about this universe that I'm sure we'll get more of in the 3 January episodes. That, like, the average person just thinks, nope, the Evos are bad. Evos are bad if they don't, like, the Evos are bad if they don't speak up and get registered. And then I know that they're an Evo. And I'm going to buy those Google glasses to make sure I know.
Yeah, I think like ignorance is bad because people are always afraid of what they don't understand. And that's what all the humans, the regular normal people are experiencing right now. They don't fully understand the Evos, what they are there for, what is happening in the Evo universe, and that's what's just frustrating. That's like, we, the audience, know what happened, but the humans are the ones that are being the bad guys, where really they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
That's what our
And-
government is doing to us today.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well,
I don't know. Let's move on.
also, and I just have to ask, do we think it was Hiro Nakamura that saved Noah?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know, because the sound effect when Noah
Was the
popped out
same
was the
as-
same as Tommy's.
Yeah.
It was the same pop.
Was it the same pop as Tommy? So you're going with
Don't
Tommy?
look
Yes,
away.
it was.
And older
Look
Tommy?
away.
I don't want to give any spoilers.
It looked like an adult's hand. I will say that.
I don't know. It's hard to tell, but the sound, going off the sound effect, it was the exact same pop as Tommy's when he teleports.
I have a good prediction for predictions. I'm not gonna say it now
Okay.
for who that is and what that means for the next 3 episodes. But Molina saves the day. Noah disappears. She runs off with Luke to go somewhere. The highway was blocked and like their car flipped over.
I guess they continue looking for Tommy.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems to make the most logical
Well, I
sense.
think they were running away from the ignorant people with guns
Yeah.
that think they caused the storm. I think that was step 1, and then step 2 would be to somehow get to Tommy in Colorado.
Yeah. But I like how Luke is now stepping up, even in the public face, saying, hey, I'm also an Evo, so back off. And I'm going to
Saw
be
that
helping
coming
Molina.
with
I
his
was like,
character development.
yeah, good for him coming around.
Yeah. And I think we covered that, so we can get into the big teaser of last week, which was Miko in Gateway in the year 10,000 or so. 10,000 plus, I think, is this year. And she's just beating people down.
I think it did say 7,000 something years
It
later.
said, yeah, it said 79,
plus.
57
That would be
years.
plus.
So it would be 79, 57 plus
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
Numbers.
But anyway.
Numbers.
But she makes it to the only inhabitable city of the future, where there's just a couple scientists and security guards and no Harrises.
And an arc from St. Louis.
Oh,
St. Louis?
there was the
Yeah.
was,
little
there is.
arc.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
St.
yeah,
Louis
yeah,
arc.
yeah.
and then she just starts beating people down. We just get a couple scenes of her just beating people down, like she knows where she's going, or she's just kind of observing and finds her way.
She likes to fight. She goes places. I have cousins like that. I totally understand it.
And then she finds her way to herself. And that's where she learns that she's a construct. And the Miko that really exists or was always a human was an imprisoned Evo after a car crash that's now in the distant future.
That was probably my favorite part of the episode when Erica was like, that is a persistent little construct.
Yeah. It was interesting wording. What I found interesting is that Miko's alive. They had the whole story that Renatus kept her alive. So what other things are Renatus doing other than just teleporting people to the future?
Yeah, or like, because Miko's not the only Evo there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who else?
Who else do we think is dead, but they're keeping alive?
Good question.
Claire, maybe,
Possibly.
if they have her.
Well, no, she's in year 10,000 in Nashville.
I've built this hill and I will die on it. Live by the Claire, die by the Claire.
Hashtag Claire ain't dead.
Hashtag Claire ain't dead. Thank you guys for your support.
You have a lot of support there
I
on
do.
hashtag Claire
I
ain't dead.
appreciate it. I don't know if they like believe it or just like using the hashtag, but whatever.
It's a funny
I'll take
hashtag. Either way. Jonathan Meza in the chat. Hashtag Hero Wars.
Yes.
Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan.
Yeah. We started a thing a couple weeks ago where it was hashtag Hero Wars, and we pretty much mapped this show over top of the over top of the Star Wars universe.
it. You merged
wow.
it, and you merged the characters. So like
Yes.
And that
Paris
was-
is stormtroopers.
Oh wow. Okay.
Um,
That was what
Molina-
Jonathan invented. That word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
All
was-
of that.
I think that was
It was a
Jonathan.
collective
Yeah, it was a
effort.
collective effort of this panel.
Okay.
Tommy is Luke, Molina is Leia. We whatchamacallit, Claire would be Padme. If we're just straight mapping. We had a lot of details. The hashtag is fairly active. We're trying
It
our
is.
best.
Everyone loves it.
Exactly.
Everyone's all about this hashtag. And now we're to our last topic.
A. Wilson in the chat says hashtag Claire ain't dead. That's for you, Khaliel.
Thank you,
There
A.
you
Wilson. A. Wilson's been down from the jump. That's my guy.
Hey, Wilson has been down. So we're now in Colorado. I was about to say Midvale, Colorado, but that's incorrect.
Midian.
Midian, Colorado, with Erica, Tommy, Quentin, Phoebe. Tommy wakes up with a Matrix scar in the back of his head
Yeah.
because that's where they would plug you into the Matrix.
Well, you notice even to go back to Micah, he was plugged into the Matrix too. So it's that spot.
It's just that spot because that was also very close to the spot where Claire could die, or you could block the the brain stem spot. So
It makes sense.
the science of the hero's universe is straight up
neurons.
and right on.
It
And
is.
Tommy wakes up. Erica says, "I put you in one of my incubators. Couldn't steal your power.
I tried.
I tried."
Sorry. I was like,
I love-
that's so cold, Erica.
I love how this entire episode is Erica trying to get Tommy to trust her. And at every pass, she's like, "Yeah, I drugged you and tried to steal your power. That didn't work.
But we trust each other now, right?
Now I have to get you to trust me by being honest with you about the time I
About
tried to
drugging you.
about the time I drugged you and tried to steal your powers."
Are you cool? Or no?
It's the way she goes about things. It's just that's not how you gain someone's trust.
I think
but-
Noah said it best this episode. She values humanity over humans.
Does she?
I didn't fully understand that line.
Me neither.
Break it down.
Well,
Yeah.
humanity is an idea. It's the human race.
Okay.
Whereas humans and people are like you or I, like actual
real-
people.
Yeah.
She is a big picture person. She's a very macro person that she deals in ideals. And she values ideals more than people, which is a problem when you're saying, "Oh, well, there's 7 billion people on the earth, but only the 1 billion who buy my condos in the present day get shipped to the earth
Yeah.
that gets saved." And I'm okay with letting 6 billion people die in the past while we all go to the year 10,000
Because
with enslaved
ideally the
Evos.
world would be better with
Yeah, ideally,
with
but
my
at the same
condo
time,
buyers.
yeah, but that's an
get it.
ideal. But that's an ideal. But if
Now
you,
it makes sense.
But if you value an ideal over a person, you're okay with letting 6 billion people die, that's a Lex Luthor level villain.
Yeah,
and I
mean,
love it.
We say she's a sociopath.
Yeah.
Every single week, and she is.
Yeah, and she has Tommy go to this time, shows him the gateway city, and tries to convince him that
Well, he didn't go to the time yet. He didn't go to the Gateway.
He did.
No, he did.
He
did.
totally went
I'm
to the Gateway
sorry.
City.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he went to this future.
Because he's the bridge that goes. He's the only thing that's going back and forth.
So time travelers are apparently very rare, or powerful time travelers are rare.
I think just time
Either-
travel.
Yeah, I think it was Hiro Nakamura, and now it's Tommy. Like that, they're in the whole universe. There are like a
Yeah.
time traveler every generation.
Well, there's so many Evos out there with so many different powers. You just have to find the ones that
But you would think some
have the
people would
ability
have
that
the
you
same
need.
power.
Yeah, and how do we feel about Quentin and Phoebe, and Quentin trying to?
I don't like his sudden change of heart. Like, I mean, it made sense for him to be a bad guy because he went back into time and changed the stuff. So, okay, that makes sense. But, like, now he's like, oh, I'm not sure if this is a good idea.
That's a straight up impression
Exactly.
Yeah.
of Quentin. I actually kind of like that Quentin has because Quentin's character's never actually changed. It's always been about Phoebe.
That's true.
But it's now that
But
now that he has Phoebe, he's starting.
now, yeah.
Now that the mission's complete, he's still good at his core. So he's immediately like, well, but we shouldn't really be trusting
Yeah.
Erica.
Maybe that was just me being bitter. Like, well, you messed up all the other plans that we had to save the world. Don't try to switch it up now.
Well, but that's a multiverse Quentin.
Yeah, that's true.
That's one Quentin of millions of multiverse Quentins. The rest of the multiverse Quentins didn't make that choice.
Yeah,
This is the darkest timeline.
yeah, it's true.
I think I like the fact that Quentin still has a conscience, even
Yeah.
though the butterfly changed him from a seemingly good character to a seemingly bad character, but showing the audience he can still be good. So I think he'll do the change to switch to be good, knowing that all this is going down. That might get into predictions, but
No, that's
it shows that he's actually good. Toru, it's like reading your face over here.
well, just
No.
Matt
Don't-
Parkman.
Yeah, part. Okay, all right. I like to wish for the best in people. I'm trying to look at the positive here.
Yeah.
except for Parkman. I'm on board with evil Parkman.
That's you.
Yeah.
I kind of want Quentin to be evil as well,
No.
or stay evil.
I wanna see him, funny again.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
I'm
I
with
think
that.
the thing with Quentin, he's too
Good job.
he's already established as a too likable of a character that we know we can laugh with and have fun. And then to turn him bad, we just want him to be good again.
That's fair. And they showed us a glimmer of that. He sends Quentin and Phoebe back. He sends Quentin and Phoebe back from Gateway. He leaves Erica in Gateway because Miko shows up, and then they go somewhere else. So Erica's stuck in Gateway. She's stuck in the year. I should really have done this math beforehand, but the year
She's in the future.
The future.
she's in the distant future.
Yeah.
Is what we're going with. She's stuck in the distant future. Tommy probably went back to present day with Miko, probably to Odessa to find Ren, and we'll know all of that in the next 3 episodes, which won't be till January.
It's great.
And
It's going by so fast.
Yeah.
It's already episode 10.
it's already episode 10. There's only 3 left.
Yeah.
And I think now is that time we do every week, which is predictions time.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So, you first.
Okay. No, you can say.
You said okay.
Yeah.
I know.
We're like, he's gonna do it. Actually, I only have one big one, and that's, I think, the adult man who can time travel that took Noah from that car is Peter Petrelli.
Oh, that's a big prediction.
That's my one.
That would be.
I have a lot of
awesome.
crazy ones here.
He just said you're wrong.
Say it.
His
Very
face said
interesting.
it. His face said it.
That's
you're wrong.
interesting. Well, I still think that it was I think it was Tommy that poofed and teleported Noah out, because we know he's not dead. They can't kill Noah.
Oh no, Noah's
He's
not
like
dead.
the
Noah's
biggest
not going
character.
anywhere.
No, yeah, he's probably the main constant in this show from the earlier seasons to now. So he's not dead. I think Harris and the Truthers, one of them's going to. I don't want to say die, but we're going to get more information out of the Truthers. Or like maybe we know what they're up to, but how are they going to play and help saving the world.
How are they going to get Micah out?
Yeah, how they're going to get Micah out.
Do they have a plan? Did they have a plan with Micah?
I don't know, because they went in with the Sunstone Manor seemingly half of a plan.
Yeah.
That didn't really execute too well. But I would love to see them get Micah out so he can pair up with Ren, because he's great at video game and coding and whatnot. They could take on the world that way.
Woo.
And help maybe teleport people, get this machine, get the machine back up and running and help teleport people to the future and back. Who knows? That'd be crazy.
Also, I do have one that I think one of the hero truthers have to go just to fuel the other ones. I'm going with
The one on the far left.
no, I'm going with the one that can project a computer screen on her eyes, just because you have to pick one.
Yeah, that'd be
That's. What do you got for us?
All right,
Khaliel.
as always, hashtag Claire ain't dead. Just have to start everyone like
Just
that.
starting there.
And then here's a big one for you. Erica will die in Healy.
Ooh.
No.
I can see that.
So that they somehow find a way to transport 7 billion people to Gateway,
I don't know.
and then just leave just Erica there.
I don't know, but Erica will die in the Healy.
Okay. Because we did get that teaser that Tommy said there's an exact point that I can go back and I can fix everything, and they're telling him like you shouldn't do that, and then if you do that we'll all die. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I think Tommy is going to help teleport everyone who's already in the future back to the present, and Erica will be stuck in the future. Done.
But then everybody in the present dies.
I think they're all on that island from Lost.
They might. I mean,
The
but
whole world.
they've established if you're in the future, you can also get teleported back to the present, because that's where Tommy was teleporting.
Yeah, Tommy's the
people.
gateway.
Yeah, so I think Tommy's going to take everyone who's already in the future right now just back to the present day and leave Erica in the future.
Where she can't survive, including all those Eva.
Yeah,
Okay.
she'd be by herself in the future.
I love how for
Break
your
that
character,
bridge.
like every time there's something, like you're given a mission and you don't know where to go, there's just like a magic sign from God, like on a bus.
Like the gateway. The gateway
exactly.
was on the bus.
Well, yeah, and
Maybe.
that's also the thing. The Easter egg I caught a little bit ago, where it was talking about how Renatus is a real estate giant because of these gateway condos, which she's just going to turn around once the solar flares are about to happen. It's like, good thing you chose me, boop, and then you all go to the future. I think that's her plan.
Then she can charge whatever she wants for rent. No.
Pretty much. Like,
So evil.
Oh, yeah. She's
That's
got all
so
that
evil.
land there.
oh, that's the ultimate land grab. It's the ultimate land grab. Just go to the future where there's no
It's all
people.
about real estate.
I think that was a Twilight Zone episode once. But I think that about wraps us up.
But no, we didn't. We gotta know what's going on with
Oh,
you.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So
Am I like predicting something?
No.
We would love
your
that,
life.
but-
Okay.
Like, what's the future of your?
My
But
character?
you can.
I can't
yeah.
talk about too much, but I can probably say I will be connected to some other main character for the future episodes, and it's not Miko
Okay.
or it's not Ultimo, so it's gonna be interesting.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that.
What other projects do you have just lined up for you?
Nothing. I'm jobless now.
Oh, wow.
but I'm
Welcome
going
to
to
my
Japan.
life. We
From
totally
next
hang
week,
out.
from next week, I'm going to Taiwan and going to Japan.
Yeah, we can definitely
And
hang out.
the actress who is playing Miko, she's already there. She's doing like promotion in Japan, and Heroes Reborn started in Japan like a month ago.
Okay.
So hopefully I can kind of do some promotion too and come back here. I've been auditioning, and there are like a lot of interesting projects. So hopefully I can book one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
pretty-
I would.
And-
yes.
Pretty sure you can. Pretty sure the reel's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and once that happens, you can come back here and talk to us again in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's one project I really want to book, so
Fingers
Fingers
are crossed for you.
yeah.
Excellent.
Without breaking NDAs, fingers are crossed. Thank you so much for
Looking
joining
forward
us.
to
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
ありがとうございます。
Where can the people find you on Twitter?
Twitter, Toru Uchikado, if you can spell it. TORUUCHIKADO. And I think my Instagram is TORU underbar my last name. Yep.
And those will be in the description for you to copy paste. You the viewer.
Yep.
And then,
for me, always on Twitter and Instagram at Khaliel Abooboo. And I'm Khaliel Abooboo. Just in case you didn't know.
There you are.
Spelled it out for you.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV.
and you guys can follow me on Twitter at Steve Kaufmann. That is KAUFMANN. I do a lot of shows here at AfterBuzz TV, and I tweet about them fairly regularly, frequently, all the time.
Well, you switch it up on me. Like, I know I know what you say to end it. You usually say frequently.
I do have one request from you, Toru. Can you say Leroy Jenkins at least once?
Leroy Jenkins!
There it is.
We had to.
Thank you guys. Good night. That's where we'll sign out.
I like this music.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Leroy Jenkins!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.